guys, welcome to my channel, Lucille Williams with Christian Talk. I am really glad you're here today. Today I want to talk about something really fun, and I want to talk about marriage because I love marriage. I have a passion for marriage. I have a passion for my husband. I love to hear about couples getting together, and I love to hear about wedding stories and happily ever after stories and how people are happy together, because I think we have too many stories out there of people who are just not happy. Too much divorce, too many people unhappy, too many people in sexless marriages, just too much of that. And so I want to talk about the upside of marriage today. And I did something last week that I haven't really done in I can't remember like if I ever have done this before, and I think it actually might have been the first time. And what I did was I asked my husband on a date. I asked my husband on a date. I think sometimes as wives, we wait for them to say, hey, you want to go on a date or whatever, and we just wait for them to do it. I know when my kids were young, I would do this thing that I called hot dog night, where I'd put the kids to bed early and he and I would have a date at home, and so I would invite him to that. So that was kind of like a date at home, but I've never called him up and said, hey, would you like to go on a date with me? And that's what I did. I called him up and I said, hi. He was at work. Would you like to go on a date with me tonight? And immediately he said, yes, I would love that. And I told him where I wanted to go. He agreed. It was great. It was easy. And I think sometimes in marriage, especially us women, we're waiting for our husbands to say, hey, let's go on a date. And we're waiting for them to plan the whole thing. And I don't think that that's always necessary. I think if you want to go on a date with your husband, just ask him. And I wonder, I asked myself, why did it take me so long to do this? I think first because my husband asks me on dates pretty regularly, and he puts our dates on the calendar. So, that's pretty cool. But I think it's we fall into these traditional roles. He's supposed to plan it. He's supposed to ask me. He's supposed to, be the gentleman and do this and do that. And I think that, us women, we need to be empowered. Come on, this is today. In today's world, women have a little bit more power, and we don't need to be like in the old days, in the old shows where the wife was home and she was baking and all that. Forget about it. Forget about that. That's nuts. Let's go after what we want. If you want a better sex life, then make it happen. If you want to go on more dates with your husband, make it happen. If you want to bring more passion to your relationship, make it happen. But back to the whole dating thing. If you haven't been on a date in a while, just ask him. Ask him for what you want. If you want flowers, go buy some flowers. That's what I do. You want flowers? Go buy some flowers. So I think that instead of being willing to settle for mediocre in our relationships, we need to be willing to say, no, mediocre is not good enough for me. I'm going to make it better, and I'm going to do my part to make it better in my relationship. And sometimes that means just asking him out, like what I did with my husband. We had a great time. We went to the restaurant I wanted. I had a very enjoyable time with him. It was wonderful. We had a date. It was passionate. It was wonderful. We enjoyed each other. The couples next to us kept looking at us because we kept kissing. Whatever. Have your own fun. It's when you're in a restaurant and you're really into each other, one of the things I've noticed is people notice and they start watching you. Or maybe we're just obnoxious. I don't know. Either way, I don't care because we had a good time. So that's my message to you today. Whatever you want in your marriage, go out, go get it. If you want a date, ask him out. And that's what I did. And I thought about it. Have I ever done that before? I don't think so. I kind of think that was the first time. I'm like, why haven't I thought of this before? How come I don't do this more often? So if I want to go out with my husband, I'm just going to ask him. And that's all. And some of you are like, duh, I do that all the time. Well, okay, whatever. This was new for me, and it might be new for some of you out there. So tell me what you think about it. So that's it for today. Hit like, hit subscribe, and check out my books. I have one, From Me to We, and another one, The Intimacy You Crave, Straight Talk About Sex and Pancakes. Those 2 books will rev up your marriage for sure. Until next time, remember, always choose love, because love never fails.